Guys.com presents Paradise, Louisiana. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Relief Windows, Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Here we are again, Superior Bait and Tackle on Segan Lane. And like it's been, people buying fishing equipment, it's full house this morning at Superior Bait and Tackle. People bringing reels in, people buying baits. Everywhere I look, there's people walking through. So somebody might pass in front of us. You never know, so stay tuned. I made 3 trips in the last 2 weeks. And I'm gonna tell you, it was fun. I got to get out, and then with all this stuff coming back and breaking out with this coronavirus, I stayed in my camp. I didn't get out too far. I stayed in the camp, and I didn't get out. You know, a lot of times. So, but before then, I made a trip with Lake Verret with Steve Fontana to catch some sac-a-lait. As it would have it, the tide, we had a rise. Things changed a little bit to where he was catching them. We still caught a few. I'll probably bring you that in a week or so. It wasn't a whole lot of fish caught, but we caught some, and we had enough to sink the pot. I made another trip, and I went to the Wildlife and Fisheries meeting, and gave the report. The duck reports and a lot of other reports, the red snapper, all the reports they did on the monthly meeting in the 1st of July. I also got an interview with Larry Reynolds. Later on this month, we're gonna show you that. But to give you a warning, if you want to know how the survey come out, you can go to Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. You go to their website and you can pull up all the statistics from those reports. And then again, I tell you, we're gonna bring Larry on. I did an interview after the meeting, and he had some interesting ideas and topics about whether we're gonna go to 3 zones, 2 zones, and north, south, east, or west. So I think he's about made up his mind, and we'll let you know more about that later. We got a new member of the Wildlife and Fisheries Commission. I also made a trip to the Pelican Spillway. That's probably what you're going to do this week's show. Going to be a lot about what's going on in the Pelican Spillway. There's a lot of hit and miss, but there's a lot of fish being caught. If you know anything about the spillway, you know slight rise and everything is changing. Whether the tides were good, north wind. Made a trip a week ago Friday with Don Hutchins and Ray Loop. So that's probably what we're going to bring you this week. A fish report. We got a Southwest Junior Bass Masters Tournament report, and we got some news on some postponement and cancellation. Stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Superior Bait and Tackle on Segan Lane.
Why choose Barbecue Guys? Because this is Barbecue Guys. Not only do we have the largest online selection of grills and outdoor furniture, top-notch customer service, affordable financing, and 3D design services to help you tie it all together, but we also know what it is you love most about outdoor living. Time spent with family and friends. Combined with our expert advice, you'll have everything you need to design your dream outdoor life. Stop by our showroom today.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Summer is here. Do you have your Star ticket? The tags are out. The fish are biting, and the CCA Star Tournament is underway. With over $500,000 in prizes, there's a category for everyone. And plenty of time to still get your ticket. Sign up today at ccastar.com.
Okay, and here's the old timer show again. I got my buddies with me. Tell me your name, where you from?
I'm Don Hutchinson. I'm from Estrema High School, class of '64. I graduated with Gary Wristbony, All-American angler.
And your partner here today?
I'm Ray Loop. I'm from Santa Monica, Louisiana.
And
Graduated in 1965.
boy, we close to my age. I'm gonna tell you what, this is the old timers. I'm gonna start a series. This is gonna be about you seeing this. You probably won't be seeing it. It'll be 3 weeks when Chris gets back. So right now we're in Grand Lake. I've been asking this man to take me. He gonna tell you where he's been catching for the last 2 weeks. The landing was full, Don. Tell me right now, why did you come straight back here?
I came here because we've been catching fish here the last few weeks in Grand Lake itself. The landing was very full this morning, and the water was all the way up to where the cars were parking about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it's come down quite a bit, and the fishing ought to get pretty good now.
Well, all those people that we saw at the landing that beat us there, and we were there at daylight. Where they at in the spillway? They're scattered out. We ain't seen but 2 boats.
They all over the spillway. They'll be all over the spillway. You'll see about half of them out here before the day's over with in Grand Lake. If we went down Grand Lake a little further, you would see a bunch of boats. So
tell me right now, how you gonna fish this start this morning?
We're gonna start out with a super hog, and we're gonna throw a spinnerbait, a super hog, and that's what we've been catching them on. And that's a June bug super hog. And so that's what we caught them on last week, week before. That's what we're gonna try to catch them on today.
All right, both of y'all are sponsored by a few sponsors. Give y'all something, sponsor y'all in tournaments. Ray, I'm gonna start with you. I don't have a car dealer right now, but tell me who your sponsors are.
My car sponsor is Chrysler Blunt Toyota, right here. Also, this spinnerbait sponsor, Humdinger Spinnerbait, Interstate Batteries, Big Bear Rods. I think that's about it.
I see on your shirt, I see Mike Gerald Trailer Depot.
Mike Gerald, I'm sorry. Mike Gerald's trailer.
That's my
Depot.
homeboy, yeah.
Yeah.
And Don, I know you got a few of them you want to talk about. Number 1, David.
I got my sponsor is David Wade Marine. He's spot on. He knows how to work on a motor, knows what to do. He's a good sponsor, and I got also Jerry Lane Chevrolet.
Yeah, the old Tyler's over there now, that young man.
Jerry Lane Chevrolet is they got the best products out there as far as Chevrolet goes, and as far as cars go. And David Wade is the best in the business.
All right, you ready to beat the black cloud? You ready to put me on some fish?
Well, I don't know. You kind of a black cloud everywhere we go. So I'm not sure if we're gonna catch fish today with you here. But if you will just...
Boy, you're making me feel bad. Last 2 times I've been with you, we caught fish, though.
Well, if you'll just jump out of this boat, we'll have a shot.
How about you shut up and start catching some fish?
Let's fish.
You ready, Ray?
I'm ready. Let's get at it.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. There you go. There you go. He ought to keep... Show me the bait. There he is. Bring him in.
There he is, right there.
Show me your bait again. Boy, you got a big hook, huh?
Yeah. Big hook, big fish.
That's a big bait, big fish. Hey. Oh, my North Baton Rouge buddy. There you go. There it is. I got him. Go catch me. There you go. Get him in. Is he big enough to fill that? No.
There you go.
Big enough to hold him out. 3.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana, baby.
Get him out where I can see him. Here you go, Don.
Wait a second, hold on. All right.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Why choose Barbecue Guys? Because this is Barbecue Guys. Not only do we have the largest online selection of grills and outdoor furniture, top-notch customer service, affordable financing, and 3D design services to help you tie it all together, but we also know what it is you love most about outdoor living. Time spent with family and friends. Combined with our expert advice, you'll have everything you need to design your dream outdoor life. Stop by our showroom today.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Look, I'm going to give you a tournament and rodeo report. Right now I'm going to give you, I don't know if it's bad news or good news. Some people say it's good that it's being postponed and not canceled. But the Big Daddy Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo has been canceled. It's supposed to be coming up this week. I heard room that Fall Pie and them are doing something different. I don't know. The Catacai Rodeo is a virtual. It's been going on. You can still weigh in. Same as the store. Probably next week I'm bring you we got some people have been catching some big fish in the store. I know they had some fish that have been coming up. You see in the fish report, some mahi-mahi and the bull dolphins that have been being caught. I think they're making a leaderboard, so we'll show that fish report. But right now I got another report from Southwest Junior Bassmasters. They were fishing out of the Bell River in the spillway. The Bell River landed. First is 15 to 18-year-olds. Cage Collins from Zachary, 9.66. Trent LeBeau from Bruley with 8.72. And third was Carson Grenier with 8.39. Big fish. It was Carson Grenier them with 3.49. 11 to 14-year-old Luke Clark with 9.70. Hunter Robinson with 9.46. Third was Caleb Roblin with 7.37. And Big Bass was Hunter Robinson with 3.87. And the 7 to 10-year-olds, Mason Foster from Morganza was 6.90. Branson McMillan from Bully was 6.80. And Bo Smith come in third. And the adult, Will Majors from Zachary had 11.63. Doug Badgerone from Gyro, 10.73, and Matt Carr from Port Allen, 10.64. Big Bass for Chuck Major. Now those kids are just still unbelievable. They're going out and fishing. They had a bunch of five fish limits and throwing back. Again, I want to thank the bros, Jim and Cindy. What a tremendous job y'all do, and what a sacrifice y'all do to keep these things going. And it's getting bigger and bigger all the time. So talking about tournaments, I wanted to mention the Elite up in New York. This is Monday. It's supposed to start Wednesday and Thursday and run through Sunday. We got some locals fishing, but one in particular is like my godchild. Quentin Capo is up there fishing. His daddy's along for support, Rusty. I talked to him this morning from there. The weather's been looking good, and they're thinking they're going to catch some fish. So we'll bring you that next week whenever we get the report, the final day. If you want to watch it, you can go on the internet, and you can watch the weigh-ins and get the reports. That's the Elite Series. So, again, I was going to tell you, and a little sad note, I missed it whenever it happened, but Papa Joe Bourgeois, that's my buddy. He was my buddy for years. I bring him fly baits. He always loved to fly fish. He had a Cardo bugs I brought him and Tofield. They were kin. The end of the road down there, Papa Joe's Landing, he's going to be missed. But it brings back a reminder, the Knights of Columbus, their rodeo in Lafitte, it'll be at Harbor Marina. It'll be at Kendall Road in Lafitte, and it's August the 1st. So you can find more information down there. People down in Lafitte or call Joe's Landing and find out when it is. Or you can call Harbor Marina down in Lafitte at the end of the road. So right there, that's our news and report. I don't think I got nothing else. And I'm just reminding you, anytime you want news, you go to the Advocate, man. It's been Joe Macalusa. He's just a guest writer now, but every Thursday, and on Sunday, it's just unbelievable. That man, if he's not a Hall of Famer, there'll never be one. And he's been like that, I don't know how many years right now. He is in a bunch of Hall of Fames. He belongs there. Thank y'all, the Morning Advocate, for keeping Joe around. And, some of the best writers in the world. And he follows the news. Everybody, he don't even have to call. People call him. So, Joe, again, thank you. And we miss you here. I'm ready for you to come back and help me. You talk a lot better than I do, you and Don. So we'll be back later with a fishing report. Berkeley, Abu Garcia, fishing report coming up next.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle in the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Now we're going to start off with freshwater. Let me tell you what. The word in freshwater right now, number one spot, I'm still going to say the spillway. The Chaffalot Spillway, all the way up north, all the way down south. There's rumors, and I say rumors, I've seen some fish coming from Henderson right now. Sackler are running big. They fishing in Sackler underneath the interstate and all in Pollins. They're catching them in the back, and if that water keeps falling, you're going to be hearing some big reports of bass coming out, photos, whatever. Also, I'm hearing reports from Bob Black. Same thing, good there, water and that tide moving. They're catching fish, catching sac-a-lait, they're catching brim and goggle eye, and dead in canals, and the same thing over there coming out of Bob Black. You see the reports later I'm going to give you from Amelia in the north, running north from Amelia to landing, mostly in the Chaffalot Spillway. Fox River still good and hot. Old River, the water's falling. I'm going to try to make a trip with J.B. Salters Jr. I'm trying to make a trip with him this week. And probably Old River, probably be around Thursday. I don't know where he's going to fish the ballpark, but he's talking about the sackler out around the piers now that it's falling. My brother and them got camps over there. I know some of them landings right now that's getting down and on them sandbars. Them boyfish going to go crazy. I heard they were catching regular stripers coming out of the river in Old River. So that's the report from there. Falls River now, this is unbelievable. Grand Lake is where I told you the spillway I was getting. Mark Westonhauser sent me a picture of his sons, Grant and Lane, what they caught on the 12th of July. They were in there. They got a whole table, a sac-a-lait, beautiful sac-a-lait. I talked to Rusty Capo last week. He was catching them in the lake where Big Pigeon comes out. Big sac-a-lait, a lot of sac-a-lait being caught. Mark also sent me a text, said they went back this weekend, and the water had risen, but it's starting to fall again. And they kept about 20. They said they were pretty, but they were running smaller. They're running smaller than they did the last week. So let that water keep falling. Places are going to change on that. That's what you got to remember. Going back to Amelia, I called him my preacher, but he does his ministry by taking people fishing. John Bernard sent me a picture of Skylar and J.P. Vaughn with a table full of brim, Adam and David Beasley and Brent Johnson. Keep in touch. The man's always sending me pictures, and the main thing, he always saying prayers for me. I still need them prayers. Keep it up. And by the way, I'll tell you why I need prayers. Tell you what we need, and everybody does. There are people that used to say this ain't good business. But if you know some people that enjoy Washington, Paradise, Louisiana, get benefit, email me, Gary@ParadiseLouisiana.com. We could use a few sponsors to take us through this coronavirus. So we could use a couple more sponsors. Gary@ParadiseLouisiana.com. Martin Mouton, South Carolina, he's fishing off the dock. He sent me a few fishing. And this, I fished with Don Hutchison the other day. He's like I am and a lot of people. He's just a proud grandpa. His grandson, Carter, and his granddaughter, Molly, they fished at that lake in that southern division. And this is a big story here. Carter caught a fish. He didn't have a scale to wide, but when he looked at that fish, Don had marked that fish. He caught that fish in Bar Buff last year. It was 814, the big fish. This is that same fish, and this is Carter holding that thing up, some pictures. Carter caught that big fish, and that's where he's working with good golly Miss Molly. She fishes all the time. Y'all saw a video of her a few months back, but Miss Molly's fishing too. Don, you rightfully proud. You got a lot to be proud of. But we got to make it the right kind of proud. That's called grateful pride. Thank God. We blessed. Toledo Bend right now, we still getting reports from over there from Lake Country. Go on their website and see it. They're catching sac-a-lait. When the winds die down, you still got to be careful over there. But they had another 12-pound fish came on there now. That big bass thing going on over there right now is more virtual. I don't think the weigh-in's like it used to be, but you want to find out more, go to their website. I'm going to go out right now, and we're going to go to a little salt water. Here's something good to my heart. I got it from Mr. Mouton, sent it to me. It said, Red Snapper, this World War II vet, Miss Bobby Abad, 98 years old on this trip, in that boat, 98 years old, 2 years from being 100. Him and his son, Joey, congratulations. Mr. Bobby, they call you Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby, thank you. Thank you for what you did serving. Thank you for being who you are. That's the main thing. Thank you. Tom LeBlanc, Cesar Garcia, another veteran, friends of mine, always send me a great report. Only trouble, the report ain't been that good. They went to Timberlear, thought they caught it right, and went out there. They thought the water was right, different thing. They caught a few, but just ain't doing as much as it should be. I got to get them and put them on some fish. They used to have put everybody else on fish, but they didn't have no boat trouble this week, so that's the main thing. Island Marina, it exploded. Miss Angie sent me a report, but I called her when I stayed. I was there all week, and I'd call her and I'd tell her what I was doing. I was staying safe. She said that west wind is killing. There's an old saying about the west wind in Delacroix, but it's true. But there was still some of the captains were going out and catching redfish. It exploded. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they had a few rain showers, but look, it cooled things off. It was unbelievable, the fish that were coming in the Island Marina, and probably the other marinas too. I didn't get a report, but all our captains were bringing fish in. Look at the Look at on this table right here. Here's four or five photos of the fish they caught. Look at the redfish. They filled it up. They're filling it up. And thank you, Miss Andy. David Charbonnet has been fishing offshore out of there. He sent me a couple of videos. I can't always use it, but he's catching mangrove, he's catching snapper, and he's running. And right there from Isla Marina, where his houseboat, he's running out, catching the water. I think I don't know how big. He's running, must be over 100 miles he's running back and forth, round trip. But David, he's unbelievable. I think he'll book a trip. I don't know if he's a captain or not, but he keeps all them people around there happy. He keeps us with snapper. He'll get you some snapper. He'll go over there when he's cleaning, he'll give them to you. So, and look, in Grand Isle, right now, didn't hear nothing from Tommy Vidrine, but I know he's catching fish. But my good friend, Kenneth Haynes, from the Brobridge boys, they had a tremendous 2 days over there. Look at some of these fish. Look at the size of these trout. They had limits of redfish, and in 2 days they had over 200 trout. Here they are. Here's some pictures of them. This is box shots. I don't mind as long as you got a picture with him. He's holding over a pretty big redfish. They were almost in a slot where you could keep them. You know, you keep your 5 of them. So thank you, Ken. But the main thing I remind you, Ken, last good Henderson trip I made was with you and your buddy. So I'm waiting. I hear Henderson is getting hot. I'm waiting to go catch some bass with you and your buddies in Henderson. The Brobridge boys. Cocodrie was a good report. I heard some good stuff come out of Cocodrie, and Hopedale's another one. My grandson, I told you, they're catching a lot of small trout. They're catching trout, though. Redfish are everywhere. Y'all sent me pictures while we were gone. I was sending them on. I don't know, I might have missed some. So your picture without talking might be on there. We do a little inventory and go back the last 2 weeks and hope we got you on there. Thank you. To be on there in the future, Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. Don't forget, these local shops, there's where it's at. You can get anything you want, get your reel fixed. If they don't have a bait, they'll order it. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. God bless Louisiana, and here we are again, Superior Bait and Tackle. Come watch us next week.
BBQGuys.com presents Paradise, Louisiana. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.